Hey everybody, welcome back to Pure Snowrunner. Welcome to Pure Snowrunner if you're new. Uh, gonna start doing the last of these three missions. Stocking up being the first one, so we have to go over to Big Salmon Peak. We'll activate global map. We're gonna have to go to the garage. Get us a long log trailer, truck and trailer. Probably two of them. Less trips. So let's look for the long log truck. That's mediums. Medium. Long. We'll be using the medium, or yes, we'll be using the mediums eventually. But on this one, it's just long ones. Okay, let's get us a trailer. That's one. Truck storage. I'm gonna find the other long log one. Oop. There's the other one. Yeah, I put a bunch of vehicles away on the last episode, so in case you're wondering where did all those vehicles go, I put most of them away because we're just about done with the, or I'm just about done with the areas here. Less stuff to cycle through. Alright, so we need to go to the log station, which is down here. We need 2 long logs to the mountain warehouse. That'll be the first one we're going to do, so. Let's go. It's going to be a lot of recovery, starting over type deal. It doesn't make sense to drive it all the way back out when you got to come back through the whole thing. It's just going to be quicker to recover and launch, so let's do this. Mountain warehouse. Oh yeah, we need logs first, so. Lights, camera, action. Somewhere along the line I'll have to get a thumbnail, so bear with me please. Turn on the rear vehicle back there. I'll be dragging a damn thing. Well, you could do this in single trips if you wanted to make a bazillion of them. I'm trying to, without any kind of incidents, I'm trying to get through this. If it was like treacherous terrain and all that stuff, I probably wouldn't do it that way. I would just do singles. But the last thing you want to do is tip these loads over because of the fact that they you gotta have a log crane to reload them back on. If you tip the whole stuff over, we've been through this before. Just gonna trudge through the mud and the muck. Oh, yeah, I got the load star over here yet. Well, this was only three missions. Shouldn't be too bad. So what topic should I bring up? to discuss. Oh, man. New games? New games out on PS5? Well, you know, like today is the 12th of May. Still. Um, so as far as new release stuff, I'm actually looking at the new Raiders of the Lost Ark or Indiana Jones game. From what I've seen of it up to this point, I know it's released already, but from what I've seen, it looks pretty good. Um, I don't know if it's something I want to, purchase or anything, but it looks pretty good. It's definitely in my eyeballs. Let's see. Let's get here. Turn it the other way. We'll back up. Shove it out of this gear. Get turned around here. Get another one. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I really haven't been shopping too much as far as games go. Are there any games that you all are looking forward to that are going to be coming out this year? Potentially? Well, there was one that I was looking forward to coming out in 25, but now it's 26. Change. It's a pretty popular game if you know which one I'm talking about. Leave that in the chat. Uh, got pushed out to May 26th of 26. Crazy. Other than that, I don't know. I mean, I like the games that I like. I like this game. So, I mean, as long as they continue to keep dropping, I don't know if there's going to be another map or DLC for this year yet. I'm hoping there is because I've already gone through the newest one. I'm sure a lot of you have. By the time this airs, a lot of you have already completed it as well. Like I commented on the last video, I actually started over again. Another profile. I kept my original profile that I have done all the way up through the newest map. But I started a new profile. Because you can save 4 profiles under one game. So why not take advantage of that? This thing's in the wrong spot. We're going to have to do a little shimmying around this. Big turn, big turn. No problem. Well, it already isn't low high, so keep an eye on the guy behind me. You don't want him pushing you. If he starts pushing you, he'll throw your stuff sideways. Then you'll be all jacked up. He'll tip you right over. You're not watching what's going on. Come on. He's pushing me back there. Gonna let him go. Oh, he's gonna make me tip over here too. You watch. Get on the road. Get on the road. Now we can get going. Why are you not going? You can't be stuck over there. I guess we'll go back and get you. What the hell happened over here? Turned into a damn fiasco. Change truck. It's when we get up into the snowy area that's going to have to watch the guy behind me because it's not exactly the flat terrain. I hope it would be. That goes nowhere. Camera angle gets a little wonky. Shove it in a little high so we're not shifting all the time. So where's the other one? The warehouse? Which warehouse? West Camp is the one that's going to suck. We went to that one location with a cargo container or some kind of container. And it was, you have to do it a certain way. But I don't know if it's not as easy to do with this truck and trailer combination. Change the time of day. Too much shit in the way, I can't get a decent picture. I'm gonna have to do a little. I think the warehouse is the one that's backed by the concrete plant, if I'm not mistaken. There's only so many warehouses on this map. There's the one that we're going to. And then there's the loading areas that are right next to each other. And I don't believe it's that one. That'd be too easy. They don't want to make it too easy for you. What fun would that be, right? Might be able to get a picture here. That's a good picture. Quick thumbnail. Where's my snipping tool? There we go. This one is stocking up. Save. I'm trying to get all these recorded on the same day before I go back to work, so I can get a little bit ahead. It's too hard to. I do not have any time on my work days. I literally get home after work. Not that y'all want to hear my sob stories, but I have like a half an hour after I get home from work to eat and go to bed. I get home late and I get up early for work. And on the average, it's like a half an hour after I get home, which really sucks. Alright, we just gotta make it down here without tipping over. So yeah, I have no time to play or record or any of that on my work days. I get home, I watch a couple YouTube videos, maybe if they're short ones, or one video, and crash. But luckily I only work 4-day work weeks, so I get 3 days off. But one of those days I allocate to my chores, I guess you'd call them, lawn mowing, things like that, garage work. So, and I'm down to 2 days, today is one of them. Alright, we're going to get this delivered. And we're going to quick recover and get back out and go get more logs once we figure out where we got to go. Detach. I hit delete. Recover. Leave. I want to find out where that warehouse is, but let's get this trailer first. Through, get the long log trailer. That wasn't too bad. I've had incidences when I've come up through there that I've tipped over, ended up tipping over both trailers. It wasn't good. Detach, delete, recover, leave. If I needed the money, I would probably just keep using the trailer, or bring it back and sell it, but it doesn't make any sense to do that. Another long log. Truck. Now we're on the way back over to the other log station again. Well, you know what? Let's find where we gotta go. Log station, not West Camp. We're gonna come back to that one. Yeah, so we're going back to this warehouse down here. We're gonna get that one done. Is there a way to get... Let me see here. Let's undo that. We're going to the log station. We can go up this way, which is probably the fast route. So once we get logs, we'll go out this way. I just don't like coming through these S-curves with the logs, but we can do a little modification with that. I'm going to go all the way down to here, turn off, and get to there. Alright, let's rock. Yeah, games that are coming out. I really honestly don't know what's coming out this year. But the Indiana Jones one looked pretty good. Um, yeah, if you got chores to do, you got to find time to do them. And there's no way in heck I'd have time to do any of that stuff on my after work. I'm on the hunt for new employment, but I can't get rid of current employment until you find new employment. So, um, kind of hard to pay bills with no employment. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people that actually have to work for a living. I didn't come from a family with money where I don't have to do anything. Still wouldn't mind doing a side hustle thing. I gotta work some things out. First and foremost, finding a job that I really don't mind doing. The one I've got now, I do not care for. But like I said, sticking it out until I find different employment. Then I'll move on. Like I said, with having 3 days off a week, if I could find like 5 lawns to do per week, a guy could make some money side hustling. Alright, 2 more. Well, we're going to have to make at least 2 more trips back here. But, well, this trip and then one more. Come on. I'll be getting stuck in the snow. Well, that's because I got it in speed mode. Alright, well, let me get this one. Come on. Let's get in the middle of the road here. I don't know why they always had the brakes locked up when you transfer from one vehicle to the other. All right, tied them up. Change truck. But yeah, until I find employment that I really enjoy and whatever, then I'll make the decision of investing in the side hustle. And I don't mind working 4-day work weeks. 4-day work weeks are nice because then you have 3 days off, and if you took one of those days and made it another work day and worked your side hustle, make some money. Anybody out here have a side hustle? Anybody watching? Thing you do on the side just to make a little extra pocket change. Just curious. Legal side hustle. I don't want to hear about any kind of illicit activities. Let's not get too close to that one. Nope. There we go. Like I said, if I'm going to do it, I would do lawn mowing. Get myself a little trailer. Put my riding mower on there and my push mower. And a weed whacker. Or trimmer. / edger. Whatever you want to call it. And go do some side hustles. And get them down as a regular thing, and then you a once a weeker. Come on, he's stuck or something. What are we stuck on here? Stuck on something. I don't know what I'm stuck on. I got the guy behind me. Change truck. I'm gonna back him out of here. I don't know what I'm hung up on. It must be a root or something underneath the water. Didn't swing wide enough or something. I'm going to tighten this up a little bit. They're a little bit too far apart. Getting a little dark too. I'm going to have to change the time of day. You see? That thing's still on back there? Come on. I almost thought I was going to tip over there for a second. And we don't want that. I have to go get another damn truck with the log crane on it. And I think I have one set up. I might have one set up. I haven't needed it yet, so maybe I don't have one set up. I don't want to jinx myself. But yeah, I definitely thought about it. I mean, on average, with my job that I currently have, one I really don't care for, I probably put on 12 to 15 miles a day walking, which is a lot. um, Not that I don't mind walking, but 12 to 15 is a lot. So by the time I get home, I ain't, well, A, I don't have any time, but B, I don't feel like going for a walk or doing any kind of lawn mowing for sure, even if I had time. Yeah, we got a little. See if I can get out of here without too much. I knew I should have waited or did it differently. Oh, that one. Nope. Oh, we got it straightened out. Let's see if I can get backed up to that one again. There we go. That's what I want. Tighten it up a little bit. Alright. The rest of this should be alright. Yeah, I don't feel like walking that far after work. And it's like once you get to be a certain age, my age, I mean, you walk that many miles, and then you get into a car at the end of your shift, and you ride for 45 minutes in a vehicle to get home, and then for my commute, and then you get out of the car, and it's like you can't move. It's like you're stiffened right up. You just want to take some Tylenol or whatever and go to sleep. And you do that 4 days in a row, and then you get 3 days off. Yay! Takes 1 day to recuperate. And the next day you're mowing your own lawn and doing other stuff, your chores. And then the next day I can do a side hustle and then get ready to go back and do it all over again. And like I said, I'm looking for a different permanent job, then a change up the side hustle. And that would only be for the summertime anyway, for the side hustle. So 5 to 6 months a year. And I would just pocket all that side hustle stuff. Like bank it, rat hole it, whatever you want to call it. Get it so that it's just a little bit of slush fund. You know? It wouldn't be a crap ton. A couple grand you end up with by the time you're all done. If you made $200 a week, 800 a month times 6 months, 4,800 bucks. 6 times, yeah, 4,800 bucks. I mean, it's not chump change by any means. And you could use that money to invest, because you use your residential lawnmower to mow commercially, and it won't last long. So if it's something you really want to stick with, you should invest in better equipment, heavier duty, commercial. I'd love to have, like, but my yard has so much, I call it obstacles, so many things to mow around, that it's really difficult. I have a rider and a push mower, and I typically do the push mower the whole thing. The rider I brought over from my old house, and that one didn't have as many obstacles as my new residence. So I was able to use the rider more. I used the push mower just for trimming around trees and stuff, and the rest was riding lawnmower. This place where I'm at now, and will be for probably the rest of my life, is I'm just gonna leave that one there. It isn't conducive to my riding lawnmower, essentially. So I could use my current mower to be a commercial mower until it just goes to hell, and then buy a new. We're gonna delete, detach, delete, recover, leave. Well, let's leave this right here for now. Well, not the load star, damn it. There we go. And then just buy a new residential lawnmower for myself, a smaller version. But what they get for these new mowers nowadays, holy hell, it's expensive. Inflation, you know, it's crazy what things cost now. Detach, delete, recover. We'll leave the garage, but I'm going to use this one to go get that one last log. This is where I'm going to need that log crane. You watch. I remember this now. I have dumped these logs over. I'm trying not to jinx myself doing this mission, but I have dumped this over every single time that I've done this mission. Every single time. And I played through this a couple times. A couple too many. But every single time I do this particular spot, I've tipped my load over. Because it's the way you got to get in there, approach, and lining everything up is a pain in the rectum. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to start out really cheap, you could go buy yourself a cheap mower off of Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. You know, find somebody's one that they have and just, you know, use it until it goes to hell. And junk it. Unless it's easy fix, but generally you put new blades on it, change spark plug, gas and oil, air filters cleaned out. It'll hold up. Unless it's a really old one, it just burns the hell out of the oil. Come on. I mean, you gotta be willing to put in the time if you want to get paid, though. Can't half-ass it. You can't take a business like essentially it's going to be a small business. You can't start by telling these people that you're gonna, yeah, I'm mow your lawn once a week on this day, this day, this day, whatever, and then you just stop showing up. You know what I'm saying? They're depending on you to do the job, and they're paying you to do a job, so you should just do the job. If you don't want to do it, then don't approach the client and all that. You gotta create a reputation for yourself, and you don't want it to be a bad one. One more set of long logs, and we're going to hope for the best and that we don't mess it up. It's just where this damn log station is positioned. It's a pain in the. It's not a pain in the butt. It's just that it takes a little while to get to A to Z. You know. This powdery snow shit. There's a dragon. Alright, where are we going? We gotta go up that road, so probably just gonna go. Trying to remember. My location's like right here. That's where we gotta go. So which way is the fastest route? I'm guessing right this way. But making this turn, because it's on a hill, kind of sucks. Whereas if I come around this way, then I can make the turn up that way. I think I'm going to go to the left. It's just one trailer, so it shouldn't be that bad. It's not like it's a double. Either way, it's a grind through this water and mud. I just don't want to fall off the edge of these little wannabe bridges. I'll change time of day here shortly. Definitely don't want to be attempting this at night. It's going to be enough of a challenge during the day. I don't remember what the next mission is. We'll find out when we get to the next video, but I know, of course, it's logging, but is it in this map? Is it in the other map? The downside to these trailers like this is there's no disconnecting it, right? Like, so you could disconnect like a blue trailer, you know, and unhook it and like go in and recover and get new gas and fix any repairs or whatever. But if you unhook this, it's bad news because it's part of the truck essentially. Brakes. Essentially, it's part of the truck, so you don't want to monkey with it. Well, this is how I do it, so hopefully, if you do it this way, it works for you as well. And I'm hoping that I don't F up this part coming up like I have every single time up to this point. Come on. Definitely gonna have to focus on this one. Alright, like I said, coming down that hill, we're gonna break here for a second. Coming down that hill and then trying to make this turn, it's already leaning, you know, and this terrain is not conducive to that kind of movement. So I would say the odds of you tipping it over are pretty high. We gotta watch for rocks. We gotta watch for undulation and terrain. So like this goes up that way. Let's just continue up and hope we don't roll over on this rock right here. This isn't the part I'm worried about. The part I'm worried about is this transition from I don't even want to say it. I'm just gonna do it and hope for the no problems. Come on. Come on. And I know these rocks are just strategically placed just to mess with you. Ah, come on. I know I'm not hung up on there. Can't be. You know, had they moved that rock over one way or the other, it would have been like, it's not in the way, just go right through. Nope, let's put it right in the middle so you can decide to go left or right. Whew, we got it. But yeah, the one transition right here is the hard one. So you got to go around this tree and then back up. If we tried to just go at an angle up, you're going to tip that over every single time. Every single time. Even going the way I went. I didn't want to talk during the whole process. Even going the way I went, it was pretty sketch. Alright, so we'll detach. delete, and recover, leave, and we're going to figure out what the next one is, and then we'll end video. Yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free. Again, these trucks are, if you look in the upper left, the 53233 JBE edition of the Voron D. These are out of Russia. Obviously, the basic version doesn't have this much of a lift. It doesn't have these big fat tires on it, but it's an actual vehicle in game. So, all right. So let us see what the next one is. So we got to go to the flooded foothills with some medium logs, 2 of those, and then we got medium logs. So it's all mediums. I think I can get mediums over at the log station. I'm probably going to do the mediums here first. Let me see what we have over here at the flooded foothills. Yeah, see, when you hit medium logs, you know, it doesn't tell you that there's a log station over here. And hey, there's medium logs here or here. It doesn't tell you that. Oh. If I go to here, that log station has medium logs. Unlimited medium logs at this one. And unlimited medium logs at this one. And I think that's the only 2 log stations on this map. Yeah. So we're going to Bill's house first, right? Bill's house is down here across this bridge. Across that bridge. I'm thinking I bring logs in from this map. Instead of dragging them all the way across through all of this stuff, all the way around. I think I just bring them in from the whatever, Big Salmon Peak. Then you got the Stevenson house, which is a pain in the ass. This one's going to suck. No lies. That one's going to suck. Well, we'll do those first. But that'll be next episode. So stay tuned to see what happens on the next one. Kind of like the cliffhanger at the end of Dukes of Hazzard. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below. We'll get back to you ASAP. Thank you for watching. Bye, everybody.